Hey, all you mystery cats and meddling kids, it's your girl Pammy Chanel back with another video. Today we are going to be discussing the acquisition of Twitter by the infamous Elon Musk. Elon Musk purchased Twitter for $44 billion, even though according to Forbes, its valuation is only $25 billion. So that would have been my first red flag in purchasing this company. Well, I happened to get on Twitter yesterday morning, and Elon, who I do not follow, I really need Twitter to fix their algorithm so I can only see people that I follow, stated this. Twitter has had a massive drop in revenue due to activist groups pressuring advertisers, even though nothing has changed with content moderation, and we did everything we could to appease the activists. Extremely messed up. They're trying to destroy free speech in America. No, they're not, but okay. Now, if you don't know, 90% of Twitter's revenue comes from advertisers. The other 10% comes from selling my and your data. Elon Musk should have known this because he's a big time billionaire who has people working for him who should have been able to dig into the company a little bit more versus worrying about what people were posting, how many bots was up there. He should have been worried about how to keep his advertisers happy. But he didn't, and here we are. Allegedly, he is losing like $4 million per day. And by him, I mean the company Twitter, not so much as Elon himself. But Elon had to go through and get backers or investors in order to be able to even make the company, purchase the company. Now, allegedly, you have P. Diddy who was in on it. I know a lot of people are talking about the Saudi Arabian investor group. Y'all stop. They were already up here on Twitter. And then he borrowed some money from some banks. I think he was only able to, allegedly, because all this speculation, he was only able to get about $2 billion in cash, which, that's a lot of money. But he still had to get the rest of it from somewhere. So everybody who invested in the banks that he got money from, they're going to want their money back. So Twitter has to be popular. He can't just go up here and have free speech for all and then not think that advertisers are not going to start pulling their stuff back. Because yes, you might not like Oreos. You might stop eating Oreos. But a lot of us fat folks like Oreos. And therefore, if you're pissing us fat folks off, we're not going to buy Oreos if they're advertising with Twitter. I mean, I'm still going to buy them because I really don't care. But, you got some people who really are down with their principles. And so if you're a person who only buys Oreos once or twice a year, compared to the person who's buying Oreos every time they get it, you are not going to have as much weight as someone who is a constant shopper that purchases Oreos. Same thing with General Mills. I really don't care nothing about Honey Nut Cheerios. So whether I boycott General Mills really isn't going to matter. Now, if I was a mother who fed my kids cereal every morning and Honey Nut Cheerios is one of the cereals that I constantly bought for them, and there was some stuff on Twitter that I didn't like and Elon Musk is kind of ignoring it, then yeah, I'm coming to General Mills and being like, I'm giving you my money constantly. Why would I continue to do business with you? That is free market. And also, you got a lot of folks talking about, well, they're trying to destroy freedom of speech. They're trying to destroy freedom of speech. Well, you're trying to destroy the free market because I should not have to do business with someone that is not standing behind the principles that I believe in as a company. Elon Musk is at a crossroads right now because as individual, Elon Musk doesn't have anyone else in his league other than maybe Bezos. But companies in America are considered to be people, so to speak. So he's actually dealing with companies that have just as much, if not more money than he does. And he really is going to have to bow down. You might as well just leave Twitter alone. Stop this free speech stuff if you want to make Twitter profitable. But Twitter isn't even the top social media platform. And I don't even know why you bought it. It just seems stupid. Because you love Twitter and you see the engagement Twitter has. But TikTok is over here bringing in bank. Because wherever the young people are, not people like you and me, Elon, but the younger people are, is where the bang for the buck is going to come. And granted, there are some young people that have Twitter accounts. Not as much as it is for people who have TikToks. And believe me, I got students that try to go sneak in the bathroom and make TikTok videos. So it's everywhere. None of my students are sneaking off to go and post on Twitter. Matter of fact, my students call Twitter a old folks app. And it's crazy because that's what a lot of people thought about Facebook compared to Twitter. So if Facebook is your grandparents' or your parents' social media app, then Twitter is for your older uncle and aunt. That's their app. Now, I think that Elon purchased Twitter with the mindset of maybe turning it into something like WeChat, which is owned by the Chinese. And on WeChat, you can kind of do everything. You can post videos and pictures. You can make your individual posts that you want people to see. You can text message your families and friends. I mean, WeChat is very, very popular over there. It's also heavily censored in China. So you're not going to go posting stuff about the Chinese government over there. So I just think that Elon kind of made a bad business decision. And I have to give him credit. When it comes down to investing money into things, he actually does a very good job. But this was just not a good buy. Sometimes you don't need to go on Twitter or go on these social media platforms trying to talk this talk because you really can't walk the walk. And also, I got to come after some of y'all liberals and celebrities who are bitching about $8. My understanding that the purpose of verification is so that, and I'm going to get Elon too on this. The purpose of verification is so that young people won't get scammed, or even older people won't get scammed out of money, won't find themselves in a dangerous situation because they think they're talking to, I don't know, Mariah Carey, and they're really not talking to Mariah Carey. With that in mind, if Elon keeps it like it is, where you actually legitimately have to be verified that it is you, as an entertainer or a politician, I would pay whatever I need to pay to make sure that the people that are following me are actually following me. It sounds very selfish that you would not want to $8. I mean, he's really being generous because I'll make y'all pay a whole lot more to be verified. But $8 really isn't a lot of money. And I mean, he's not gonna get $8 from me because I don't use Twitter like that. But if you're someone who is constantly on social media, on Twitter, posting stuff, then yeah, pay the $8. Now, if he's going to, which Elon, this is where I'm looking at you, have it so that everybody and their mama can get a verification and there's no real way of verifying these people, then nah, don't pay the $8. That's stupid. It's not a hierarchy. It is trying to prevent people from being able to scam other people. And Elon had his own little situation yesterday because there was a man or a woman, I'm not sure who it is, because of course they didn't use their picture, they used Elon's picture. There was someone on Twitter who had used Elon Musk's tag, and I think instead of putting the L, they put an I, and people actually thought it was Elon Musk. And there was a rumor on Twitter going around that Elon had been, banned from Twitter or taken off of Twitter, when in actuality, it was the person who was going around intimidating him or imitating him. So yeah, verification is needed on these social media platforms so that you know who you're really dealing with, so that you don't think that Justin Timberlake or Harry Styles is trying to hook up with you. And then you come and find out that it's the crackhead down the street. But Elon Musk is a big head. To me, we are only focusing on this small little bitty thing of him owning Twitter and treating it like it is something major, versus the fact that this dude is the only way that we are getting to space. This is a bigger issue for me. Elon in space. That's more scarier than Elon and Twitter. Because Twitter is just a bunch of fools up there making comments and talking junk. And I'm sorry, you have to come at me with something more than that I'm fat, I'm dark skinned, or that I'm the N-word. Because guess what? I've been told that all my life. It don't even bother me. But it's scary that he has access to something that we really have no kind of control over in that space. We do have space laws that are supposed to protect us, but it really isn't, because we know these corporations are doing things that they really shouldn't be doing. And Elon and his SpaceX rockets are the only way we're getting to space, since NASA disbanded the space shuttle, which I am not going to knock NASA for disbanding the space shuttle, because the space shuttle was problematic. What I am going to get on them about is that we don't have anything from NASA that is from our government actually leading the way in space technology. At the end of the day, Elon is a businessman. His family, his father's family, has grown up and acquired wealth based upon the mining and stuff that they did in South Africa and other parts of Africa. Why wouldn't they want to mine space? And we can talk about all these international space laws, but at the end of the day, the businessmen are trying to control space. Also, I have another problem with billionaires just in general. It seems like once you get a certain amount of money, the only thing you can do is sit back and tell us people that don't have a lot of money what we should do. You got Bill Gates over here telling us what we should do as far as food and giving us medical advice when he has no degree or expertise in medicine or nutrition. I don't see any of these famous people trying to do, or famous people, billionaires, trying to do anything that's really going to help our world. I see them doing little bitty things and having all these different organizations, but I don't see them really doing anything to help. I've not seen Elon Musk invest in any type of supermarkets. I haven't seen Bill Gates invest in them, and he's always talking about nutrition. I haven't seen them invest in housing, because we all know that the basic needs of everyone in the world is food, clothing, and shelter. I haven't seen them invest in any of those things, but I do see them trying to tell us what we should and should not do. And I think that that's just, it's nuts. And I also think that we've got to be really, really careful with the intentions of these billionaires. And it's more than a social media app. They're walking and in the same circles as politicians. They're going and eating lunch with some of the biggest world leaders in the world, while we're sitting up here at home arguing over the fact that they own Twitter. This man can tweet something and it can turn stocks left and right. And I get it. He has very much influence. But the one thing he can never do under the current Constitution is be the president of the United States. And I think he would rather want to run things versus actually owning things. We can't forget that his maternal grandfather tried to have this organization called the Technocrats, where they believe that people in sciences and technology should be the ones running the world and not politicians. And I think Elon believes that. But that's just my conspiracy theory. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what his true intentions are. At the end of the day, he's just some rich guy that's going to do whatever the hell he wants. And we're just going to have to kind of deal with it. But my message to, I guess, people who are upset that he owns it, leave. Leave Twitter. Go post somewhere else. Go on Instagram. Go on Facebook. Hell, one of y'all go buy MySpace and from the Fox News Corp or whatever, whoever owns it now. Go get me, man, MySpace going again. If Elon had done that, he maybe would have made some bank. But stop complaining. Elon Musk owns Twitter. If you don't like it, don't use Twitter. And that's my 2 cents on it. In any event, guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you don't, you know I'm not worried about it. And if you like the videos I make, please come and join us over here on the channel. We would love to have you here. And until next time, stay nosy and stay meddling. Bye, guys.